Hi, my name is Jimmy, and this is my presentation on perception and its role in magic. I first began questioning magic and its twists on perception while I was learning magic tricks online. As I watched various magic tricks online, I realized that many of the tricks performed use the same methods of previous magic tricks that I have learned. I started to question, will magic eventually lose its mystery? After all, there are only so many boundaries that it can broach. Let's start with the simple magic trick. In this magic trick, I have placed a piece of paper that I have written on into an envelope. I seal the envelope in with tape, and I mark the tape area so that the viewer may be certain that I do not change my prediction. I shuffle the deck thoroughly and mix all the cards up so that there is no possible way that I could tell which card is which. Then, the magic begins. So how did I do it? Take a good look at this snapshot. This is a snapshot of the deck of cards before I place the prediction down onto the envelope. Take a good hard look. Now take a look at this snapshot. This is a picture of the deck after I place the envelope on top of the pile. The piles look different. This is because I held the card behind the envelope when I placed it on top of the deck. This way I could predict the card on top no matter how shuffled the deck would be. I basically chose the top card and prediction ahead of time. Rewind the video and see for yourself. Now that you know the secret, is it easier to find out magic tricks like this? Many magic tricks will use perception tricks such as these. Would humans recognize the same magic technique in a different trick? Sadly, I cannot perform another trick this way in this video because the viewer would be expecting it. However, I can test whether or not humans can actually change their power of perception. Take this picture for instance. One of the squares is gray and one of the squares is white, correct? It would appear so to your eye. However, this is because our perception of light. The light in your eye is focused on the middle point of this picture. Look what happens when that disappears. The two squares suddenly turn gray. The contrast is now removed and the white band of light at the horizon is removed. It is clear to the viewer that the squares are the same shade of gray. Yet the question remains, if I show the original picture again, what will be seen? The two grays or the white and gray? Most people still see the white and gray. Does that mean that humans will still be in the dark, so to speak, if the same magic tricks are performed to them? The next trick seems to prove so. This trick is very old but still proves the point. Even though you see the illusion, once the nuts return to their original places, it is hard to continue seeing the same illusion. Even if you can see the nuts in their actual appearance, if you look away for the small second and look back, the illusion is restored. Let's try another illusion trick. I will choose 5 cards at random in a deck of cards. Look quickly at the 5 cards and pick one and memorize the card. Now I take the 5 cards and remove one card from the 5. Look at the 4 cards. Do you see your card? You don't see your card because I changed all 4 cards. You don't notice it because you focused in on one card. Rewind the video to see for yourself. Focusing a person's mind is simple for a magician. This is also widely used in magic. Yet the same question comes up. Will viewers notice the same technique in a different magic trick? In this trick, I will lay down 6 random cards, memorize one of them. Now you knew better than to just memorize one card this time, didn't you? This is because I narrowed your focus. If I asked you which card I laid down second or how many hearts there were, you probably couldn't tell me. This proves to some degree that you can always narrow a person's focus and make them look for only what you want them to look for. Knowing this, magic is limitless. Take a look at this final magic trick I have to show in this video. I shuffle the deck thoroughly to ensure that I do not know the placement of any cards in the deck. I will choose 2 cards randomly. Memorize these cards. I insert the cards into random positions in the deck. I shuffle in different ways to ensure that the cards are inside the deck somewhere and in a placement I do not know where.
For the love of money, we can find our way
Magic.
without so much pain. Take me there, take me, honey, let me love you again.
Actually, there really is no magic involved in this trick, yet most of the viewers do not notice the sleight of hand that is performed. This is another form of narrowing a person's focus. The focus of the person was on the shuffling and the drawing of the 2 cards. However, what you probably did not notice was that I flipped the deck multiple times, thus changing the face of the card so that the card would appear with a different side than the rest of the cards. If you do not believe me, go and see. Of course, there are other hidden movements in this trick. However, the flipping of the deck is the most noticeable. You should be able to see at least one. This card trick is easy to see through, however, if you know what you are searching for. If you do not know what you are searching for, then it is virtually undetectable. This all leads to my conclusion. Through the basic magic that has been performed in this video, I can conclude that magic will continue to evolve and amaze people for generations to come. I am an avid learner of magic and I love the thrill of learning and watching people's magic tricks. However, there have been very few magic tricks that I can see through the first try. I have seen a lot of tricks in magic over my years and I still can't look at a trick and see what happens. It is because there are so many things a magician can do. Think of it as a possibility. There is an infinite number of possibilities. There could be face cards or suit cards or black cards or numbered cards. The options are endless, and that's only for card tricks. The truth is, people just have too narrow of a focus to actually see everything in a magic trick. And just to leave you wondering at the power of even the basic magic tricks, there is a common thing in all of my magic tricks. In all the card tricks I performed, the 9 of Hearts was shown very visibly. You didn't notice it, did you?